Okay, Beauty and the Beast is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, just with a darker edge. Not to be confused with Beastly, which had the dude from I Am Number 4 and Vanessa Hudgens that I don't think anybody saw when it came out, I think in March. Which was a darker, modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast. This one takes place, of course, in medieval times. Now, costume-wise, not all that fantastic, but, you know, for low budget, pretty decent. The Beauty is, of course, played by Estella Warren, who I haven't seen in a movie in ages. And, of course, she's dressed as a wash maiden in primarily kind of like a low-cut leather, like, skirt outfit. So I didn't know you'd actually run around in medieval times with, like, mid-thigh down showing and a lot of Victorian age showing up top. And of course, what makes it so different is, of course, the fact that it's beasts, plural. So when you, of course, first see the Beast, you can tell someone was a fan of the Beauty and the Beast TV show, which had Ron Perlman and drawing a blank. So it had that sort of almost kind of like a deformed feline look to it. Well, he's being blamed for all these really bizarre deaths done by a beast, a different beast. A CGI thing that they refer to as a goblin as well as a troll, even though it looks more kind of like a very angry dog that's been shaven. So you see some weird, bald dog-looking thing done in CGI that occasionally does the majority of the killing. Now, Beast is trying to constantly stop that beast, so therefore, whenever he goes to, you know, stop it, he's the first person there at the scene of the crime. And you know, when you look like a freak, you tend to get charged for the crimes. Lo and behold, the Beauty finds him. And then as the backstory begins to unfold from a friend of hers who is, well, from her dad who is the sheriff, more or less goes, well, you see, the king had this thing for a sorcerer, you know, loved her, and then found out that she was evil-hearted and wicked and could cast magic and kind of went, you know, I don't want to be with you. Fell in love with another woman and produced a son. The sorcerer, of course, being evil sorcerer, decided to make him look like a freak. So of course, they did most parents did at that time. They cast him out into the wilderness with a chalice that had the royal seal on it. That way he could use that to prove that he, of course, is the rightful heir to the throne. And ironically, that's kind of a lot of it, you know. The person who wants to become the new king kind of allies himself with the sorceress because it kind of makes sense. And I mean, that's pretty much the short and long of it. For the idea of doing, you know, like a darker retelling, the other thing that makes it darker is occasionally people get, like, killed, and they get killed fairly violently. Beyond that, it's almost a by-the-numbers telling of the original, which is, you know, a little bit of kind of hackney sorcery thrown into it. I've seen a lot worse movies. There's really nothing amazing about it. It's decent. If you're a fan of, you know, those sort of kind of I don't want to say it almost falls into kind of like a cheesy horror romance. You know, because you do have a couple of somewhat violent kills for the subject matter. And beyond that, it is essentially it's the Beauty and the Beast story, just done with occasionally some weird shaven dog thing killing people.